So I played a guy similar UTR-ish. I would definitely call it winning ugly and, staying persevered. That was probably the personal lesson that I took away from this, which was like, don't give up and, keep pushing through even if things aren't going your way. The final score was actually ridiculous. It was, he beat me, or I beat him in the first set 6-4. And then second set, I lost 0-6. And then I won in the third set tiebreak 10-3. And so let's break it down. So as usual for me, what I like to do is, during the normal routine, during the warm-ups, I try to find some kind of weaknesses for me to focus on. And obviously, I'm a sub 2 UTR right now. So you really don't need to focus on that. And it's really more like, how many mistakes can you avoid making, right? It's just a battle of like who makes more errors, but there are certain things that you might be able to target and use to your advantage. And so, around this level, not surprisingly, I did feel like my opponent's backhand was a little bit weaker than his forehand. During warm-ups, I've just noticed that they were a little bit shakier. And so made a mental note of trying to aim toward his backhand when possible. Obviously, the higher priority is getting your ball in. Second was aiming toward, if I have the time and I aim toward the backhand. The other thing that I like to make sure that I keep track of during warm-ups is looking at the serve and what I should be looking for. And so that's something that's actually pretty important for me, just because you want to be able to return these. Usually at my level, serves aren't coming with a lot of pace. It's more like, they're consistent. And so I want to make sure that, if my opponent just has a very spinny serve, in which case today, he had a pretty nice kick actually, that had a lot of spin to it. It's like making sure that I properly calibrate to that ball and making sure that I get kind of used to following it and making sure that my footwork is well positioned and like I'm giving enough space to track that extra spin. Just during the warm-ups, kind of the conclusion I got to, well-rounded game. And when we kind of moved back and we started actually hitting, I appreciate the fact that this guy was hitting the ball. He wasn't a moonballer or a pusher or anything like that. So I really enjoyed actually hitting with him and rallying with him. And, my hunch kind of going into this match was this was just going to come down to how many unforced errors I make. So most of, the first game was a combination of just me trying to aim at the backhand when I could, but then otherwise it was really, can I hit the ball pretty deep to him? And if I could just continue to do that, it seemed like eventually, more than likely, I'd get an unforced error out of him. But as you can see, one of the big things this game had was the fact that I was double faulting a lot. That's like how I fell apart in that second set. Basically, I was just double faulting everything. I couldn't figure out like my serve at all. I haven't been practicing it as much. I've been playing a lot of matches and you don't really get to practice. You kind of revert to bad habits. So I continued to double fault. And fortunately, I held it together through the first set. But, as we get into the second set, there was just a ton of me double faulting. Obviously not super happy about that, but we take what we get. By the fifth game, of when I was like down 0-5, I basically kind of mentally checked out like, okay, there's no way I'm coming back, this set. We're just gonna have to go to the tiebreak and I'm gonna hopefully, make something work. Once the tiebreak started, I did actually get that mental reset and I did find my serve a little bit more. And so now I'm starting to serve a little bit better and things are going in. And so fortunately for me there, that worked out. I think if this was a third set, I definitely would have lost, and like it's clear that I need to continue to work on my serve. My second serve isn't super reliable right now. I haven't had the time to practice it. So yeah, I really need to carve out some more time, focus on getting my serves in. But yeah, that's just a quick summary of the match. And if you guys want to watch the full thing, it's right here after this kind of review. Let's talk about my favorite point. Get a nice serve in and return to his backhand, nice and deep. Get a nice inside-out forehand here. Pushes me wide, somehow get that in, and now I get kind of lucky because he probably could have put that away there, but gave me the opportunity to approach that short ball and attack it. If you guys don't know, those short balls I'm notoriously bad at actually attacking. It's one of my issues and one of my points of development is actually attacking short balls. But I managed to place myself, we'll say, decently well for that one, in the sense that I didn't run straight at the ball, which is what I tend to do when it's short. Instead, if you look, I basically went and actually moved a little bit around like you're supposed to. And so, yeah, pretty happy with that and how that played out. Yeah, let me know if that was interesting. Let me know if there was any key takeaways here or if there's some other things that I can improve on. But yeah, just sharing perspective from where I'm at. Funny enough, though, even though we did get the win, my UTR did go down. I think it's because of that 06 set. So yeah, I gotta really improve my my consistency here. And so yeah, on to the next one.